Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a curriculum that completely transforms how kids view the everyday world right outside their front door. It's called Architects of the Neighborhood. It takes a really unique, fresh approach to teaching kids exactly how a society functions, and we're going to break down its brilliant instructional design step by step. So, let me ask you a question. When I say the word superhero, what instantly pops into your head? You're probably picturing flying capes, laser vision, or, maybe someone leaving behind millions of dollars in property damage after fighting a supervillain. But today we're pivoting away from comic books. Instead, we're looking at scrubs, fire hoses, and the apron of the person running your local corner shop. Because how do we get young minds to actually grasp the complex web of adult responsibilities that keep a neighborhood running? Well, we speak their language. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, Redefining Community Superheroes. Pulling straight from Lesson 3 of the curriculum, we hit our first core concept. The curriculum uses this absolutely brilliant framing device, redefining community superheroes as everyday adults who possess unique skills to help their local area. From a cognitive perspective, this takes the abstract and, let's be honest, sometimes dry, concept of civic duty and anchors it in a narrative that a 5-year-old's brain is already wired to love. It highlights the diverse roles of adults and frames their daily work as heroic contributions. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the specific examples used to ground the concept. It deliberately moves beyond just the highly visible emergency responders. I mean, yes, doctors and firefighters are there, for sure, but so is the local shopkeeper providing essentials. It teaches kids that a superpower isn't just about saving a life in a dramatic fire. It's the quiet, consistent skills that keep daily life functioning for absolutely everyone. Moving right along, Section 2, Mapping Local Superpowers. So, how do we actually make this imaginative concept practical? Well, we use a hands-on module called the Community Map. The steps are just beautifully structured. Step 1, think of 5 adults you know. Step 2, draw them on a map. And Step 3, write down their superpower or their skill. This isn't just a fun drawing exercise, it's actually a profound cognitive tool. Developmental psychology shows us that spatializing relationships literally helps children internalize them. By mapping out their neighborhood, kids are visually plotting out their local network of support. Basically, they're drawing their very own safety net. Now we zoom out a bit for Section 3, the power of collective benefit. Once a child has mapped their individual heroes, we jump into Lesson 4, a module called Helping Hands Everywhere. The core thesis here is elegantly simple yet totally foundational for a functioning society. When people work together, everyone benefits. The focus shifts entirely from the single individual hero to the super team that is the community itself. I want to read this specific citation directly from the source material because it really carries so much weight. Quote, "Everyone in a neighborhood benefits from collective action, similar to how a neighborhood watch helps the whole community." Now, this is a pretty sophisticated concept for a young child to grasp, but that analogy of a neighborhood watch makes it completely tangible. It teaches the absolutely vital lesson that a community thrives when its members cooperate. And importantly, it shows that you benefit from this collective ecosystem even if you aren't directly participating in a specific action right at that very moment. And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate goal of the lesson, which is bridging the gap between individual action, like a doctor treating one specific patient or a firefighter putting out one fire, and the collective result, which is a thriving community network that benefits everyone. The curriculum shows kids exactly how isolated individual skills stack up to create this massive cooperative impact. It's like a giant puzzle coming together. Which brings us to our final resolution in Section 4, Fostering Security and Gratitude. So, what's the emotional payoff of all this? The ultimate aim of these lessons isn't just to teach kids what a firefighter does. Recognizing this network of support actively fosters a deep sense of security and gratitude. Just think about how huge and intimidating the world can seem to a 5-year-old. Visualizing this interconnected web replaces that anxiety with a profound sense of safety. They start to realize they're surrounded by capable, skilled adults whose very job is to help and protect them, and that cultivates a really lasting gratitude for the helping hands everywhere around them. Which kind of leaves us with this final, provocative thought. We build these brilliant curriculums to teach kids to see their community as a network of superheroes working together for the collective good, but as adults, caught up in our daily routines and stress, when was the last time you looked at your neighborhood that way? Have we completely forgotten how to see the superpowers in the postal worker or the nurse down the street? Honestly, maybe we could all use a quick refresher course from the architects of the neighborhood. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I really hope it gave you a whole new perspective on the everyday heroes right outside your door. Catch you next time.